Bro, somebody got a picture of a thick girl to my refrigerator. She was dressed as whatchamacallit from Tomb Raider. And at the top
Why would
it
they
says
say that?
it says refrigerator.
Why would they do that to them?
I don't see nobody laughing though. Everybody just like it because I'm about to say I'm just gonna love it.
Because that John hard.
Hmm.
Thought they was gonna get their
That's
joke
what I
off,
was
but
telling Royal. Jokes ain't funny if you hear them every day. Every day somebody joking about you. That joke ain't funny.
The last comment says, "Shit, I'm eating everything in that refrigerator."
Yeah, y'all tripping like that. That podcast is hard. I mean, cosplay is hard.
I think I've seen that one before. Did you start watching any of that Cat Williams thing yet, Tony?
Man, I was saying I was gonna watch the first 40 something minutes. I don't even remember where I fell asleep, but I knew I was gonna fall asleep watching it. That's why I didn't commit to watching the whole thing. My brother texted me talking about the Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp. I was trying to watch it, but I ended up falling asleep. Because when I started watching it was late. It was like 1, 2 probably. But I was watching YouTube, so I was like, let me just watch the first 40 something minutes.
Hilarious.
That nigga was sitting on the edge of his seat. He couldn't wait
He was
the
ready.
whole time. I'm like, this
He
nigga ain't
was
relaxed not
ready.
one time.
I told you that nigga conducted his whole interview. Shannon Sharp was just there.
You let them sit on this couch, and Shannon was like, we like let is crazy. I'm like, he right, you let them folks. But at the same time, you can't expect that man to know what's true and what's not.
But that's
I
why he got
tell a
everything
lot of
he
truth
got
in
to
his
pay his fees.
jokes.
What you say?
I said he likes to tell a lot of truth in his jokes.
Oh yeah, that's why they don't like him around.
It's crazy though that he like I saw like 3 different clips of people stealing his jokes.
I
Steve Harvey
feel
tried to
like
steal his
people,
gas.
I assume that people steal a lot of stuff. Like especially in the creative space where especially if you got somebody that's not as popular as you, or a lot of people be stealing people's stuff.
You have
Even
people who
not
will
even on that
clearly
level, like
take
even on
clothes.
a smaller scale, they'll
Oh yeah.
steal.
No, I say you got people who clearly will take entire posts and make them into their
Posts.
status. They did like
Exactly.
make they say not gonna do more.
It ain't even that deep. And then also the people who will literally come under it knowing that it's stolen. I'm not commenting on those stolen posts, giving you credit for it.
I think it's messed up because uh especially for a comic type of thing, like most comics don't collaborate with other people to make their stuff. That's you. It's like a battle rapper. You can't be coming up in there with material that you heard from somebody and then stealing it from a lesser comedian as that
Yep.
is disrespectful. It's really disrespectful. And then now the difference is though a lot of people filming their set. So you be like, no, I got proof I did this first. Because
Right.
before Big Dude had proof because he did it on the special and he did it in butt fuck nowhere and only 5 people was there to hear your joke.
And to be honest, if you what, because I was just telling my brothers, I had heard Charlemagne call one of his segments on his podcast, the church, we call it church, the church announcements, and I was like, oh, he got that from the read, and they was like, no, it didn't. He been podcasting for this amount of years. So were they. And even
Right.
one of the people who were on the read was on his podcast. But you got people who will believe the bigger person because they're bigger and because they
That's
was in the business for a long time, so you must be telling the truth. It must be yours. They be stealing all the time.
that's what people was doing with Steve Harvey and stuff. He the bigger one. Well, from what I've seen, Steve Harvey always been right doing right by people and all of this. I'm just like from what you've seen, Nigga, they've been complaining about him for a minute.
A lot of times they don't even be from what you've seen. Like you ain't seeing nothing because you ain't in the space they in. You a
Exactly.
consumer, so
They
what are you
trying to say
talking
how the
about?
fuck
Consumers shouldn't say
Steve Harvey
nothing
become
about
a
nothing like
relationship
that.
with
And yeah, people. Steve Harvey literally kicked 85 South out his studio, and they still was like giving him props and stuff. They had to get their own studio because he kicked them out, and they still was like giving him props and stuff.
That's messed up.
That's how they do though, and people gonna believe the bigger person because they the bigger person.
Exactly. But honestly, I think with this Kevin Hart, I mean, this Cat Williams and situation, I mean, most people are believing him because all the receipts. Like, and then the fact that everybody responded to him, people would have been quiet if he was lying. Like,
No, they wouldn't.
everybody. Steve
I
Harvey
don't
said
know
something.
why people be saying if such and such was or if you said like people would have been quiet if he was lying. No, they wouldn't have. Like what? You ain't about to
They
lie
wouldn't
on
have
me.
felt
Y'all been saying you lying.
no, but they would have felt the need to clarify the way that they doing. They all coming out and defending themselves basically. Like nobody denied nothing he said. Freaking Ricky Smiley was just like, oh well, Ice Cube came out and was like, basically said he told the truth. Cedric the Entertainer was like, I don't know what he talked about.
You're talking about the Cat Williams thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, Cat went in on that shit, and I'm proud of him for doing that.
me too.
It ain't even really about him doing it because he been doing it. I'm just so happy that people finally believe him.
Exactly.
And respect
I
for
mean, he got
Magic.
nothing but respect for me for that shit. That's for sure.
I've
But
been in
that
that man had the respect for him.
but
Hmm.
that is like in the entertainment industry, period. They steal a lot.
Yeah.
And nothing is done about it.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your man Roti Real here today.
And I'm the Sensual Genius.
Welcome to another episode of the Royal Genius Podcast. We back for 2024.
It's going down, people.
Right. We usually take a look at things affecting the Black community from a psychological and sociological lens. But today we're just gonna chill, vibe, maybe have some conversations about things, namely New Year's resolutions, if we want to talk, and also do some vision boards because, this is our first episode back because I feel like we're gonna be consistent after this. So I just want to chill a little bit. We ain't need the structure. We could just talk.
You can just wing it.
Yeah.
Good to me.
You said what?
It sounds good to me.
Oh, I thought you said meat to meat. I'm like, ain't nobody doing that now.
Hard to me.
Me.
I would never say that. Me saying meat to meat now.
Yeah, I know you ain't never saying that word.
Right.
Pause.
Must we go back to a past episode where I deflected
Wait,
something
you
like
did.
that?
I don't think I was on that one.
Oh
No,
yeah,
you
you
missed
went on
that.
that one. Person in question is no longer a part of this cast, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
Noted.
that's how we transition into the new year.
Yeah.
Make some changes.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't need all the controversy all in one thing. I got it.
Yes. A person who want to be. I've never met a person who want to be so controversial in my life.
You
For
know,
no reason.
That
For
might
no
be how
reason.
they gain their following.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people that make a living off of just being toxic, if you haven't noticed.
That's true, but he ain't making no living.
But the way
That's
that
also
it
true.
happened though was perfect though. It was an all lady episode, and the women did their job and cost them out.
Damn.
And I left that part. I left that end of the episode because I was like, yeah, in case somebody got questions, refer back to this episode.
For rap.
That's funny.
And then hit you with the Connor response afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amongst friends, you don't need to cause a war all the time. That's for sure.
True. You ain't trying to beef. Especially though, like I feel like if any of us have issues with each other, we could just easily talk it out. This is what the issue is. Okay, my bad. Move on.
Right.
Exactly.
Ain't no justification for doing something wrong to somebody.
But somebody refuses. Some people refuse to acknowledge that they cause issues for people. They act like they can never do nothing wrong.
That could feed into narcissism.
100% narcissism.
100%. Now, not wanting to think that you did anything wrong or trying to justify after somebody told that they offended you. It's just crazy. Like,
that episode was about apologies, and like it just.
The fact that you hit him with the scorpion, get over here with it. Like, get over here, come on. Like, it's easy. Just all you got to do is, I'm sorry.
Did not happen.
All right, I'll have to pull that one up.
Okay.
It was like laid out in plain sight.
Gave you your opportunity. You didn't take it.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna pull it up on the fire in the corner over here so I can watch it after we do this one.
I literally was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this one more shot. Let me give this person a chance to make amends. Did not happen.
I commend you for doing that.
I told Royal it's not gonna happen. He ain't gonna do it.
Now I know why I haven't seen or heard anything from him lately.
Oh yeah,
sure he blocked.
I'm pretty sure he blocked all of us.
After that,
I blocked him after hearing all the chaos.
He tried to put a curse on me.
That's why I say he did the kind of response. He was just like, "Your soul is dust." He hit
like
you with
what?
He know he wanted to say the white response to your ass is grass, but that's what he meant to say.
Fucking hell,
like, you know better than that. You know what my culture is, and you trying to curse me? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you got the wrong one.
Exactly. But that also is why a lot of times Black people, when people come around talking about their allies, we don't believe them because you're not. Because as soon as you have a falling out with somebody, you show your true colors.
Right.
You're not no ally.
You can't be an ally if you get mad at somebody and it makes you a racist all of a sudden or do something
exactly.
And that's what be happening though. I got turned on by the Black community. I was trying to be there for y'all. Either you there for us or you're not.
Or you not. No, the people not believing you is not gonna make you racist all of a sudden. You've been that.
Yeah.
Some people have ideas and notions and fetishes that kind of go with their choices and how they think they vibe with the community, though. That's the thing.
100% true.
I'm talking like a geek. I always talk like a geek and then go like goofy. So, yeah. It's a hot mess, no matter how you look at it.
But that's what bothers me when people try to do that. Oh, they invited to the cookout thing because you show something that's similar to our culture, or you vibe with something in our culture. Our culture is culture. Period. Mm-hmm. So there's something from our culture that people are going to vibe with. That does not give you a pass to come to the cookout.
Right.
And
Oh,
if
they
you have
got
to,
rhythm. They can come to the cookout. No.
And it be the simplest things.
and if you have to point out yourself that you're invited to the cookout and no one else said that to you, it's like
You are
don't-
not
Are you really invited, or are you just inviting yourself?
right.
You know
Or
the
do you
people
not
that
understand what cookout you're invited to? Because there are many a cookouts you can go to.
Right.
just not this one.
Yeah.
That's not this one at any point ever.
I can tell you, you ain't going to no Friday night fish fry with me there. I can tell you that shit.
Crazy.
So I want to hear from everybody what are y'all major goals of this year?
Mine is just to keep
What's-
going. I feel like I have a linear path. I don't really gotta make like huge goals or whatever to try to reach. I feel like just keep going. Keep raising the bar and keep hitting it. Basically.
We can do that.
One of mine is very small. Stay
Right.
out of Instagram jail.
You got an Instagram jail?
You're not gonna stay out of Instagram jail. You'll be everywhere on Instagram.
It's
How'd you
something.
get in the Instagram jail?
It's for something very very stupid. Okay, so like I like to comment a lot, but most of the time it's not even words. I'm not saying like anything. It's like a
Oh,
lot
the
of
emojis got you?
yeah, like, and it's like if you do it in a consecutive space, like if you do it multiple times back to back, they will restrict you from commenting for like a certain amount of days.
Because they think you're a bot.
And you
Yeah,
be getting flagged on my TikTok too.
I do.
I'm like, this wasn't even nothing a flag.
What I do on your TikTok?
Nothing. They just be flagging me.
I never even knew. They don't tell me.
I know there's certain comments, certain emojis get flagged on TikTok though. Like that. It's one with some fire. It's one where like the tongue hanging out the mouth or whatever that be getting
I've done that.
flagged.
I don't even remember doing that.
It probably hasn't been you, but I know it's a few people who be getting flagged on my junk.
Okay,
I
yeah,
know I
don't
had
do
one comment flagged on TikTok before, but that was just like
One of
one
your
out of
comments?
one of my comments that I actually posted on somebody's page from one of the families I roll with on TikTok, because they did like a little, dark gesture like cosplay thing or whatever, and I was like, yeah, this is really good, and did some emojis, and it was like, oh, these violate our community standards. I'm like,
TikTok be flagging us for no reason though. They don't
bro,
get
that's a
it.
cartoon.
Big time.
They be flagging us for no reason.
I'm
Pretty
like
much.
super careful with TikTok. I don't.
Too many
Sometimes
of
I
you
don't even say
niggers on here at one time.
That's exactly why I'm like, yep, just do voiceover dubs and whatever else. No one's gonna really complain about that. So, but
What about you, Bert?
so I got a couple. So this year has been the year of restoration for me, like in Techland. So some of you have seen like some of the videos where I've been doing like little computer things or whatever and making my stuff work right. So like I worked on my kind of sort of like Steam Deck thing. I got that running pretty well over the Christmas break, and then I was like, well, I have like a couple more machines that I'm going to restore around here. I have my Mac Mini desktop that I'm going to load a new. Well, I'm going to reload Mac OS on there. I got to figure out which one's going to work with all the stuff I did back in college in 2008. Then on my gaming laptop, my big one, and on my MacBook Pro I use for my voice acting stuff, I'm going to add more RAM to both of those to make them run super fast and brand new. And then on the Mac, I'm loading the latest version of Mac OS on there because I found like Bootstrap or like some type of coding thing where it allow you to run it on that machine. So I was like, ooh, this is going to be fun to do. I started getting back into writing. I've also picked up a couple of pen pals from around the world. So I'm trying to be consistent with communication with them, just to keep the brain flowing and then just to have like those conversations with people from all sorts of walks of life. So doing some more networking. And then I'm working on auditioning more for voice acting. So I've done like over 40 auditions in the past 2 months, and I'm working on a
Man.
couple of major projects right now, doing auditions and doing voiceover work for those just to see how I'm going to be selected or not. And then for like self improvement, this is the year where I've decided I'm going to go back to school for my master's degree.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about the same thing too, Bert.
I fought it for a while. I'm not going to lie.
Me too, but I think it's time.
Yeah. I was like, I got all the certifications and everything, in business land. And that's been what's pushing me forward for the most part. But I was like, I kind of told myself by like 45, I wanted to have my PhD. So I was like, before that, I need to get my master's. And I was like, mid 30s, that's kind of the time frame where you need to do it. Cause like, that's going to be like 3 years of my life right there. I need a little bit of downtime beforehand. So I was like, I need to knock it out now.
Gotcha.
what about you, Van?
I don't really have one. Anytime I make them, I do the complete opposite. So I tend to not do it anymore.
She ain't got none, but she has been working on one.
You want to see it come to
Graduate.
fruition first?
She has been working on some things, so yeah.
Okay, well, we will see it come to fruition instead of that's what's up.
I wouldn't say they're like goals. Like it's more of like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it, but it's not really like, yeah, I'm gonna get this done, that and third. We don't see. Just let me do more of the vibe this year, and I'll be fine.
I need to break my junk up because I just said one big thing. I do kind of have those.
You could go if you want to say something else before I go.
Okay. Well, first I need to get my little book. I want to write 6 books before the summer. I already got half of those done. So write 6 books. Network, like Bert said, I want to start networking more, going to more events for writers and stuff like that. A book signing, have my first book signing, and it's gonna be pretty local. It's gonna be South Carolina and North Carolina. But yeah, I want to have my first book signing. Write 6 books. I also want to. I have been talking to a person about something, but I'm gonna just say I want to write, or not write. I want to do my first film this year, either a short film or one of my start on turning one of my book series into a TV series. What else? Do some modeling, some acting, and dating, I guess.
Dated.
That's usually last
Not you, gay.
on the look, but if it happens, then I don't like planning stuff like that. When it comes to like dating, getting into relationships, I'm not really one of those people that like to plan for stuff like that, because I believe in things just happening as they should. So I don't really like planning for that, but that is something that I want to do. I'm trying to think of what else I got on my list. Also, would be nice for the podcast if we got signed, picked up by a production company, entertainment, whatever.
Oh yeah, distribution deal. Yeah.
Sponsorships. I feel like we should at least 2-3 sponsors this year.
That would be dope.
I completely agree.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like that's a good. I got a lot of goals. I be having a lot of things that I write a big list of things that I want to do, but those are a few of the things.
I can see a lot of that stuff happening for you though, because you are a very hard worker.
Grinding.
I do work hard. I do. Thank you though.
Yes, I got to see a lot of your hard work last couple of days. So
Hilarious,
it's
William. That's
definitely
hilarious.
going to happen.
You're right, it is. It's gonna happen.
So
Well, that's another thing too with cosplay. I want to at least be I want to at least have all of the moving pieces that I need to I ain't gonna say transition, but to create an entertainment tier on my Patreon so I can start doing like some of the fanfics that I've written, bring some of that to life, and like also do some burlesque. I want to transition to that because at some point I want to do live burlesque performances. So yeah, but that's it.
okay, not to sound corny, but you know I like rhymes and stuff like that and numbers. So 2024 to me is all about more. What I mean by that, it's a year of evolution for me. A lot of things came to my attention in 2023 about myself. You know, a lot of things I was holding on to that was holding me back. You know, not believing in myself. So this is the year where I fully step into all of my creativity without fear. Like letting it all out to the world, no matter what it is, you know, because I always felt limited. Well, I could do this, I could do. No, I'm going to let it all out this year. Everything that I want to do, I'm going to at least take a couple steps forward in that, as much as reasonable. Even my political aspirations as well. You know, I want to start making a difference in the country. That's one of my goals. So whether it's signing on with somebody that I believe in or creating my own kind of campaign, you know, just to try to make changes in on a street level first, you know. Um, Also to finish 3 of my books and publish one of them, which is going to be the poetry book first. I want to publish it by my birthday. Getting my health in order. Right now, I'm in the hospital, but hopefully over these next month or two, I can figure out what's going on with me and be able to move forward. Also put out an album. Well, not just one album. I want to do a couple of them, like some collaboration projects with some people. You know, just to. I have fun with it. Like I notice when I start collabing with people, it is so much fun. Like writing something together, like the thing I did last year with Dr. Slay. Like when you hit it on a creative cylinder with somebody and it's just firing like that, bro, it's so much fun. Like, okay, what's the next line? What's the next line? And I feel like I would have that with a bunch of people. Like you too, Bert. Like me and you start collaborating, bro. I feel like it's gonna be next thing you know, we got a whole tape. What's up?
I'm just saying, like, dude, that could go either way. You could be trying to scream at the end of it, or I'm going to try to keep up with you.
So, like I said, it's just about the evolution of my mind, accepting a lot of things, letting a lot of things go, not selling myself short in the relationship department or the life department. Like it's okay to expect more of friends, and if I be firm on my boundaries, hey, I'm not cool with that, and walk away if I'm not cool with that. So yeah.
Have y'all been making any steps to reach your goals yet? I know we just got here or whatever, but I know Bert, you did tell us about some of the stuff that you were doing to reach yours, but has anybody?
Oh yeah, I've been doing my steps and my research and all that other stuff and everything. And there's many a nights where you're looking at YouTube and different HIOs and other like meta servers and crap trying to find the right software and what do you need to do and whatever else. And you guys have seen the end product for one thing that I finally fixed, and I'm quite proud of it. So the school thing I'll figure out probably by the summer because I'm gonna probably just end up calling my alma mater and just be like, hey guys, like I think it's time. Send me the application. My current employer will pay for it, or who knows, maybe the voice actor thing will pick up so much I'll be like, look, I'll just end up paying for it out of pocket. I don't freaking know. So yeah, it is what it is.
For me, I have a lot of the books like completed in my head. I have the storyline where I want to go, like which is crazy to me because like I would always like, okay, I'm gonna let it develop, but I just let my mind go, and I'm like, okay, this is where the story is going for like the Hustle Boys book, which you know about, and then the other one, which I don't have a name for. I got the whole series in my head, and it's so dope the way I start thinking about it. Like I started like creating a plan. Now it's just like, okay, now I just got to execute this. Now it's like this is easy. Now the story is flowing, and it's something that people are gonna like. Actually, I'm a little bit more excited for the other book than Hustler Boys because it came out so fast.
Mm.
As far as music goes, I've been talking to a bunch of people about doing collaborations, producers too, so I can own the music and setting it up. I know how to get my stuff on all platforms too, and get the royalties to the music as well, motion wise. And the only one that I need to start taking some steps towards is the political one. I need to start talking to some people that are, working on the community level to make change and see who and where I can plug in. Like it just depends on where I'm going to be at.
Got you. I feel like the work that I do is endless, so I'm always working toward the bigger goals, but I feel like I'm always doing, the smaller things that I'm constantly doing is eventually going to go into the bigger goals. So I feel like I've started, of course y'all know or do y'all know, because I feel like I don't really talk about my writing like that, but I have a series that I have about 12, 13 books already for. I started a second one and I started a third one, and I'm just building on those 3 series, but there will be more. There will be standalone novels and stuff. I also do stuff that are strictly just screenplays. It won't be books first or whatever, but I feel like I'm always working toward my goals. I feel like that's something that to people who have a hard time reaching your goals, I feel like you should always be doing something to work toward the things that you want to do, even if it's not on like a big scale. Just like if you're a writer, write. Like writing, it don't matter if it's on that specific project or something else. It don't matter, like as long as you're writing, you're using that muscle to do that. And the same for voice actors, people that do music. Just do it. Just keep doing it until you get enough of what you've been doing for a bigger project or whatever. I feel like that's to me is the easiest way. It's a lot of stuff that I haven't finished that I'm going to finish this year. For instance, I have a board game that I've worked on for a couple of years, and I'm gonna finish it this year and get a second uh prototype because I got the first one. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and there's a few other ones that I want to do that, but not board games, like card game. Also came up with a podcast idea for me to do with my cousins, and I want to turn that into a board game. I think that would be a dope like game or whatever. But like I'm always coming up with ideas, so I'm always working on goals. Like never stop. You don't wait for a new year or a new start to, have goals to reach. Like always be working toward goals. Always come up with a few goals, even if they're simple. They're simple things to work on. So, you will always be working and you won't have to get ready whenever you do start something.
I I personally can't wait for something from you though. You already know what it is though. So I can read the whole series, talk about it a lot, and then see it come to fruition like on the other form of media. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's definitely gonna be dope. I've been talking to a few people. I talk about it to a few people. A lot of the times I don't like talking about the stuff that I'm doing because I just like to do. But I also understand the importance of talking about it too.
I feel like BOONIE been helping me on reaching one thing I can do this year and losing weight.
I'm about to say what? Oh yeah.
Because if you leave me to do it by myself, it's not gonna happen. I'm probably gonna gain some weight just to do the opposite of what I said I was gonna do. But I have to, well, I don't have to, but you know what I mean. I get on here on Zoom every day with BOONIE and do a workout to hold myself accountable because that means she's watching me do it. I'm doing it with her. She's doing it with me. We're working together to get it done. Because if you leave BOONIE to do it by herself, she gonna get it done. You leave me to do it by myself, I ain't doing shit. So that's been helping me doing, even if it's just, a few minutes a day. We do it together every day. So it helps me to keep on track. Even if I don't want to. Like I said, it helps me hold myself accountable. Um, Obviously I'm doing my homework so I can graduate and keep my A. Like I've gotten to a point I've been making A's, not bragging, but I'm just saying I've been making A's. And I ended up making like a 98 and I was very pissed off about it. Like, why the fuck you couldn't give me them 2 points? So I'm actually proud of myself. I want to keep it up. So I'm doing
You sound like me,
whatever I
man. You
can
better be
to
happy with,
keep that up.
that 80.
Right. I'm like that at work now. Like, and if I see anything less of 100, I'm like, why? And if I feel like it's stupid, I'm gonna let you know that was dumb.
That's still good. A 98 is still great. It's amazing still.
It is, but the reasons be pissing me off. Like you could have gave me that. Like I think my professor gave me like 2.5 points off because I didn't answer a question that I felt wasn't even there because he was like, you didn't mention this. And I was like, bitch, first of all, nowhere in that question did it tell me to mention this. So what are you even talking about? At work, they be like, you forgot to pitch a survey. So I'm the one getting the grade, not y'all. Why does it matter?
Kiss my butt with all that.
Like,
I think some
I feel like
professors
the
just
reasons
like
be
doing
dumb.
their job.
I feel like some professors want to see something that they would write, and that's what they want to see. Like the
Yeah,
exact
it's like
thing they would write. No, bro, you gotta. I don't know. I probably couldn't be a teacher like that. That was my goal when I was younger, but
to be a teacher.
Mhm. I guess, but I still want to like help kids out. Like help kids out. It's just in a different way, like
I'm about to
not
say
in that.
Royal is wants to save the world.
Yeah, I
And
want
then you got people like us, it's like let the world burn and die and start over.
I wanted to
I'm
be
a
a child psychologist.
That's what my niece is studying
But
for.
like I say, anything with me doing with kids, I'm breaking the law. So I don't know if I should do something like that.
There's a way to do it to where you'll be in control of what happens.
I don't
That's
think
the goal I want to get to. Like so where you don't have to deal with everybody like that. That's why I want to have a group home and have people deal with the state. I deal with the kids. Y'all deal with the paperwork and all of that crap. Like I pay y'all for that, and I come in here and I'm the positive influence on you.
I'm definitely doing both because somebody might be doing some jacked up stuff to your paperwork.
I was gonna say,
You ain't
unless
paying
you have
attention,
control
and
over the
they
person,
doing some stuff that you ain't approve of. Now you
Oh
gotta
yeah,
pay for it.
oh yeah. You gotta. That's why you gotta have somebody you trust. Just
100%. That's
talking to them
nobody.
is crap. But Van is right though. I do want to change the world. And I can see. I want to leave it to be a better place than what I found it. And I think it's possible. Although I just can't focus on the negative parts of it. I gotta pick my tribe, pick the people
You
who.
also can't focus on only positive because that makes you think that things are easier than they actually are.
No, I meant like some people are never gonna change. Some things I know that I can't have a positive influence on. So I want to see real change. So I gotta realistically, okay, now there's obstacles to this real change because change people don't like change, especially in the government.
you haven't heard that saying like to get anything done, you can't be the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I don't think it's that the rest of us wants is like let the world burn. I'm just realistic. And I know that things ain't just rainbows and butterflies and ice
Certain
cream
things
and
you ain't gonna
I
be
just
able to
know
fix.
that.
I do believe the change is gonna be pretty though. That's the thing. It ain't gonna look like how people want it to look. That's why I keep telling everybody, you want to fight for your rights and everything like that. The key word in there is fight. You gotta fight. The civil rights movement didn't happen because we was just sitting there. Change didn't start happening until we start fighting.
Yeah.
We got to start actually. Okay, you know what? We're gonna get organized. We're gonna
It's
actually
also
make.
too when it comes to stuff like that. I'm not gonna say you can't be a person, but you can't be like, I wanna see I wanna change the world. And like little minor things about yourself you can't change. I'm gonna be right there while you daydreaming. Like how I used to do with India whenever she would talk about certain stuff. Like, you're gonna have to do this, right? You're gonna have to do that, right?
When I
You
say
you
Everything in
willing to
this
love
do
world
that?
comes
Bernie,
with pain.
Cause like Van said, you to change the world, you can't be a good guy. It's some stuff, some dirty stuff you gonna have to do.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
when I
But
say
if
let
you
the
trying to
world
change this
burn, I mean
world,
like it's not
yeah,
gonna be pretty. Things are always gonna get way worse before it gets better. So you're
Yep.
gonna have to, in a sense, let the world burn before it's able to get better. Because in order for it to get better, you got to get rid of all the bad stuff. There's way more bad than people can actually comprehend. And in order to get rid of all that, you got to let it burn. You got to let it die away, whether that's
Just,
people who control our countries. We're waiting, if not killing them, we're waiting on them to die off so the younger generations can take over. The
I was about to
generations
say I'm
can
I'm very
conquer
much
whatever they
cool
need to
with
conquer.
getting rid of the bad and letting somebody else come behind me and change the world. Cause I know it ain't gonna happen in my generation. But getting rid of the
Right.
bad,
it's
and also
destroyed.
and also too, you have to ask yourself, why do you want this? And if it's something selfish, the likelihood of you going through with it is slim.
For
Well,
me,
having a little bit of selfishness in your pursuit, in your goals and aspirations is good. That can be a drive for you. But that, of course, goes into your you can't always be a good guy thing.
You're gonna
That
start
can
off
feed into
as
your
Naruto and
determination.
you're gonna turn
Yeah,
into
but I feel like
Madara.
selfish is wanting to always be a good guy.
But it could
Yeah.
also be you want something to happen so badly that you'll do anything to make it happen.
Mhm.
Which means you're gonna have to do something dirty.
Right.
Exactly.
I
That's
am
what I
totally
mean.
okay with not seeing all the fruits of my label come to fruition. Like I'm totally okay with laying the groundwork because I do believe that it's a relay race. We got to be able to pass this baton to the next generation. How much further can you take it than we took it? Because our parents' generation dropped the baton and just left it sitting there.
Because I feel like if something changing the world might be you being this good like role model, and then having to fall from grace, having to die. You willing to die to change the world? A lot of people will say yeah because it sounds good, but when it's time to die, is you gonna do that?
Right.
It's crazy that
Yeah,
you know that
who's gonna take that over when you gone? Because who's to
Mhm.
say that what you fought for isn't gonna die with you?
Right.
Exactly. You have to consider all of those possibilities, and I'm the person that's gonna make you do that every time.
there's a lot of people that are the real revolutionaries that really stand on that, and they talk about death so freely, like Pac. He was like he knew he was gonna die. He knew it. A lot of people know they're gonna die. This is the path that I'm walking, but I'm still walking it. People not gonna like me, and I'm not doing this so you could like
That
me
ain't a
because
lot of people. That's very, very few people.
People understand when they are, when they're open with their ideas and they can cause a little bit of controversy and they can be seen as radical, they realize that they have marks on their head. It's only a matter of time before somebody actually tries to do something. So, yeah, Pac and guys like that, they automatically knew, hey, I have a message. It's coming out. It's changing people. Somebody's going to be looking at me because history has a meaning, or history has a means of repeating itself.
And then
You've
it's
seen it with so
also
many other
who
people.
asked you to do anything. You have to also consider the people that's gonna be telling you, they ain't asked you to do nothing, nigga. We ain't asked you to do nothing. So we ain't got nothing to do with what you got to go through to get here, because ain't nobody asked you for nothing.
Yeah.
you got to think about like the big civil rights leaders. Most of them were not seen as heroes in their time. MLK, Malcolm X, even Fred Hampton, they was not seen as heroes. The average black person was just like them niggas stirring up too much shit.
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
no, you gotta, no. So it took years for people to be like, oh, Malcolm X was a genius. Now look what he was saying. Now you hear it now. Look at what MLK was saying then. Look at what Fred Hampton was saying. It took years. I'm okay with that. Look, I'm laying groundwork.
Shoot, a lot of the stuff that MLK said is still happening today. All the stuff he
Exactly.
wanted to change, they still doing that shit right now.
For real. But it takes that destroy and rebuild mindset. I think that's been the problem from before is people like President Obama came in there and thought he could fix the system from inside the system. You can't fix the broken system from inside of the system.
You can't do it in 8 years either.
No, you can't.
A lot longer.
You gotta be in it for the long haul.
You
and
also can't
be
do it sitting at the same table and like trying to get along with the niggas that you trying to, whose system you trying to change.
Exactly, because they're gonna fight tooth and nail against you, and that's the crazy part. People didn't realize the reason President Obama's presidency wasn't as good as it could have been is because the day after he got elected, they had a meeting and said our only job is to discredit him as president. And that's what they did. It was just like he's not legitimate. And they did that. They made it
every time he turned around, he was getting criticized for something.
Even down to his clothes. This nigga wore a tan
I was about to say that. The tan suit issue.
And the tank top, they was on him about the wife beater he had on in the yard.
I was just like, y'all got nothing better to do.
Right.
Down to this nigga playing basketball. Like, what is wrong with you?
We can't do what he's doing. We must make fun of him. Get him
We can't jump, so we're going to talk about him jumping. Oh!
So it takes somebody coming from the outside and look saying this is broken. No, not let's forget. No, this is broken. Like that video I posted on TikTok. Stop saying that the glass is half full, the glass is half empty. No, this is piss.
Yeah.
For looking at this, It don't matter what you see. If the glass is pissed, we need to break it and get a new one. This is not water. But you got like real revolutionaries too, like Nelson Mandela, who had to sit out for years in prison, years, before he felt the impact of his change.
Yeah. Then you got people like Jada Pinkett Smith just causing chaos every other day.
I think that's a tool of the supremacy too is chaos. What can we drop in there to cause y'all to stop talking and thinking about what's happening?
Yes, it's a whole distraction thing.
Yep, it is.
It's just like how the Pentagon was like, "Oh yeah, there's aliens."
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's
Okay,
like, "We don't give a fuck. We're trying to pay these bills."
exactly. But aliens. Don't worry about us fucking up the economy anymore. We got aliens now.
Yeah,
Somebody said,
tell
"Y'all
them
really sitting here getting in an uproar about these aliens that was at the mall, bitch? Y'all was at the mall. Everybody was just
Right.
shopping. What's the big idea?" I was like,
Mhm.
bro. So we all was just shopping.
People don't realize though Operation Distraction works every single time. Every time we
Yeah,
talk about something serious, and then you're gonna drop it in there, and then and that's why we got the 24-hour news cycle, because something will be in there for 24 hours and then people stop talking about it.
mhm.
I think the longest something really festered was in 2020, and it was because everybody had to sit down and watch. That's why there was such an arrest that, oh no, we got to have them doing stuff again, because people sitting down and they started to notice how fucked up the world really is.
Yep.
I mean, we all knew it. That was the fucking problem. It's just now they actually see that everybody knows that the world is a problem.
I'm not gonna
Right.
lie, that was a funny time in life for me, because it's like a lot of people start realizing they really don't like each other like that.
Mm.
Yeah. Mhm.
They were stuck together. And they was like, you know what? I don't like this nigga. I don't like this
Yeah.
girl.
That's definitely what it did.
That's
Let
I
people
hilarious.
mean,
see their true colors, man. It's like, oh, I don't really like this nigga.
don't get me wrong. I was happy that I was by myself during the pandemic.
I felt
The
like
only
I trained for it my whole life.
It didn't change for me.
man, I was in a cottage out in the woods.
I
The
was
only
like, look
time
at
I
all of
actually
you
left the society was to go
extroverts
to
not able
Walmart.
to handle being inside for a little while.
I did great.
That's so messed up how people, it just kind of showed just how many people was afraid to be by themselves. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it was hilarious to me. Them parents like, we need to get these kids back in school. I was like,
Mhm.
no, being a
Mm-mm.
teacher is easy. Being a stay-home parent is easy, remember?
Yeah.
exactly.
They can wait till them little heathens went back to school.
I was online like, I know y'all ain't sitting here talking y'all tired of y'all own kids. Somebody else be dealing with them all day.
Yep.
That's the thing though, because
You
we
had
live in
them
a
for a
society.
week and you tired of them.
No, my
That's the
son
thing.
was happy to go back to school though, because when I was tutoring him and trying to get him all caught up on his schoolwork, he said I was too mean. That's too strict. Oh my gosh, I miss my school. Really? Bro, you only on chapter 5.
If I was school age, I would have been miserable at home.
Yeah.
Me too. That's the thing though. We live in a bite-sized society though. We only see most people structure their lives to where you only see your family for this amount of time during the day. And then when it's forced to be like, oh, all day, you pick your teeth? Ugh. Ugh, why you chew like that?
Mhm.
You get to the
I
point
can
where
hear you smacking.
Yeah.
dude, at that point it's over.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, being by yourself during the pandemic was definitely a blessing. Just being in tune to your thoughts and just like your little hobbies and everything. I did a lot of anime watching, and I was like, okay, this is good, and a lot of movie watching, and a lot of cooking.
I was depressed as heck during the pandemic.
I only got depressed when all my family back in Kansas decided to get together for
Wasn't
Thanksgiving and
because
asked
of
me
the
to come along.
pandemic. I was already depressed.
Yeah,
It
no,
just
they
kept
were all like,
going.
"We gonna have Thanksgiving together," and I was like, "The hell you are!" They're like,
I'm
"You need
glad
to come on home."
happy
No,
around
I don't.
because it was a pandemic. I couldn't take the kids out to the stores like I normally would have to do, so that forced my husband to have to stay home on days like some days just so I could go get grocery because by the time he would get home, the stores would be closing.
Mhm.
So he would actually have to take off work just to stay home so I could do some grocery shopping, which left me by myself for hours. So I actually started enjoying life during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I miss when there was no one on the road, when you could just get in the car and drive, and there was nothing, and it was just quiet, and the only thing you had going was your radio, and you're just like, the world is a whole different place.
I miss walking around the grocery store and nobody like coming up to you, like nobody like walking
Facts.
up close by you. Just like I'm getting my groceries, I'm gonna get in and get the fuck out of here.
Like Walmart was so much peaceful for about 3 years. 3 years of just I can go in here, I can get my rotisserie chicken, I can get my pizza stuff, I can get my wine, and no one is here. And
The
then
pandemic. Go ahead, go ahead.
and then society decided to wake back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pandemic was hard for me because my mom passed like right before, and then I had spent a whole month alone, like like right when the pandemic hit. So I was alone for like a month and a half. I'm just like, oh man, I got to deal with all of this. And then, but overall, it was just like it didn't change much about me because I liked going to the store late and when people weren't there anyway. I liked being out at night, so I didn't have to be around a whole bunch of people. I wasn't the let's go socialize everybody. I need to go to the club and all of that. That's what it was wild to me. That you can't like you having trouble not going out. Like what's wrong with you? What do you mean you can't just sit in the house? You got to go to the club.
Pandemic
Man,
for me was like routine
I could
because
not stand the club.
like I'm a very homebody type of person, so having to be at home was easy for me. Like
Right.
nothing
Nothing
to
changed.
like that's why I said it felt like I trained for it because I've been doing that my whole life. Like I'm getting better at being out of the house. Like going to New York for me and staying for as long as I did was great, and I cannot wait to go back because like New York is a whole different thing from Richmond, Virginia. Like Richmond, Virginia is so boring compared to being in Queens, New York, or Brooklyn, or all the different boroughs that I was in and out of while I was there. Like being in Times Square and seeing the Grinch pull up on a three-wheeler. Like that was like the wildest thing to me. Like he really like had a huge sound system in that three-wheeler. Like I'm like, are you serious? Blasting Christmas music. It was so cool.
The Grinch was supposed to be listening to something else, not Christmas music.
Yeah, the Grinch. No, he was a. You can look him up on Instagram. He's NYC Grinch.
You should have
Grinch
some
should have pulled
DMX
up.
playing or something.
Exactly. I
Like,
was about to say
Yeah,
that. You
not
put
no
a listen
Christmas
to DMX.
music.
so it was around the holidays, so that's why he's playing it.
But that's why he ain't supposed to, cause he don't like the holidays.
Well, yeah,
Nigga should have
that's how
pulled
you
up with
know.
some Drop.
That would have been hilarious. It would have been dope on his sound system.
Why are we on the same wavelength, Royal? Because I was going to say that shit.
Bro, if I would have thought, I would have started dying laughing.
That's
That's how our Fridays roll.
He really should have put up with his own mixtape about how much he hate Christmas. That would have made more sense.
Yeah, he was a lot more jolly than he was supposed to be. Let's just say this is probably the Grinch after he stole Christmas. You know, like, remember he got happy. Remember that?
Yeah, I ain't like that one. I like the one that hate Christmas.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
I
More
wonder if anybody's
relatable.
ever done that. Somebody should do a whole Grinch diss tape to Christmas. Hey, fuck that nigga Santa too. Blasting at his reindeer.
Now, there is a Grinch movie where he's a murderer. It's called The Mean One.
Come again?
There is a Grinch movie where he's a killer. It's called The Mean One.
Oh, more movies to look up this weekend.
I love me a good anti-Christmas movie.
He was
Ditto.
murdering people like the Terrified.
I hate Christmas, period. So, yeah. I guess the nurses told me I was talking too loud. They heard the one nurse come up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna close the door.
Yeah, that's funny. I'm gonna close the door thing is like telltale sign. You're too loud.
What are you on? The Mean One.
There was like a kill count for it. I don't know if anybody watches the kill count on YouTube.
The
How much
kill
was the kill
count?
count?
Yeah, this guy named James A. Janice, and he does kill counts for different horror movies. I'm a huge fan.
Didn't he do one for John Wick?
Did he? I don't know. I don't think he did.
There was one. I don't know if that was the same guy then, because there was one person who did a kill count for John Wick. I was just like, damn, he was out there smoking. There were people, a lot of bodies.
That would be dope if he did do that, but he mostly focuses on like horror films. So, like, if it's anything like that, he's done it. But you have other YouTube channels who do kill counts for stuff like that.
I want to see another lazy killer like me and Booney saw this Tubi movie.
Bro, that nigga was trash. That movie was trash. Roy talking about he genius. No, he not.
He was smart as fuck.
That nigga was
He let them niggas kill themselves. He let the lady fall off the banister. And then he just walked up to her and killed her. He didn't even run. It's like
that nigga was late. That nigga had an elevator that popped up wherever he wanted it to. The laziest killer I have ever seen in my life.
That sounds like a TV movie. That's funny.
It was a terrible. It was so terrible, William. But he out there thinking it's funny. That joke is not funny. He gave Michael Myers and Jason a bad name.
Oh, it was so funny.
Roy was dying laughing. Like, this nigga is trash.
Especially that part when she fell out the banister. I'm like, wait, he ain't finna run to go get her?
Nah, he stood right there like, I know she gonna fall down. I'ma just wait.
And then the nigga took the stairs down too. I'm gonna just walk down these stairs.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever seen Dr. Giggles? Yo, that man was the quietest killer I ever heard in my life. Like, you would not know this man was in the room. Like, he didn't open a door. He'd just be there. And he was like 6'6". How did you not hear this big man come in the room? And he would just be in the room killing somebody. How did you get in here? Where were you?
Because he was about his business. That's all that was.
Yeah,
he was standing on business.
Yeah, he was standing on business, definitely.
Wasn't one to showboat. Just did his shit.
He was literally a 6'6" ninja.
Where did that standing on business phrase come from?
What was that?
Where did the standing on business phrase come from?
It was
I don't know. It was some crazy meme thing that was going around and shit. It was funny as hell.
I ain't hear it until
I
King
know a
said
lot
it.
of rappers be saying that in their songs, and I didn't notice it until Drewski made a video to make it fun of it. I'm like, these niggas really be saying that. I never paid it attention.
I didn't hear it until King was yelling it at T.I. and them, I swear.
Stand on business, nigga. Stand on business.
The way they was tussling in that video, bro, was crazy.
T.I. said, you can't do nothing with me.
You can't do nothing with me. I'm like,
Hey,
okay.
this is random, Boonie. Have you heard the new BG song featuring Finesse 2 Times?
Is it hard?
It's actually a dope song, but at the end of it, BG dissed Wayne. I didn't know Wayne and BG had beef.
Wow.
Really?
I ain't hear that. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, at the end of the song, he was like, yeah, my nigga Weezy something, my nigga Weezy a bitch. I was just like,
Virgin ain't said nothing.
Right.
Right? She always jumping in something when somebody say something about her daddy, bro. I wouldn't even.
She know better than to say something to BG.
She be talking. She'll say something to anybody she did to T.I. She didn't care.
BG one of them niggas that he still could probably get in a situation with him. So I don't know.
Niggas don't be taking T.I. serious. His own kid won't scared of him, so that tells you something.
I'm pretty sure T.I. was whipping them kids behind. The type of nigga, like, if y'all would have watched that show, he was beating them kids.
I watched that show. I used to love that show.
I never watched one episode. I watched like parts or clips when somebody else was watching it, but never seen the
King
whole
was
thing.
just, it's some kids that beatings don't work with. Like, most kids it don't work with. Like, I'll take a beating over any other form of punishment. Beat me. It ain't gonna last that long.
Pain is temporary.
That's how I used to be with my mama. That's why I used to talk a lot of junk, because them beatings I ain't care. Beat me. I don't keep talking.
I just got tired of getting in trouble. I was bad.
I
used to
don't matter.
Anything. It didn't even matter. I told my husband about this one time. I was swinging my feet and I got a whooping for that. Not like swinging my feet, like kicking something or making noises. I was just swinging my feet, and my grandma told me to stop, which I did. But I'm short as fuck, so my feet were still hanging from the floor, hanging from the chair. So I can't just make them stop dead on. I stopped moving, they were still moving, and she whooped me for it.
I got a whooping.
And I was like, them whooping, they really didn't work. Because she would just whoop me, and then I would be like, okay, but don't take my game. Because she had asked me one time, she was like, you want me to take the game away? You want me to whoop me? Oh, whooping. My mama didn't have to whoop me, though. She didn't never have to whoop me. She could look at me a certain way, and I'd just be like, damn, I fucked up.
Yeah, that's me too. My mama had to look too.
Like, what you looking at?
Like, my mama, if she looked at me that way, like, she just hurt my heart. Like,
and
my
I wasn't even a bad kid. I was just I ain't doing nothing wrong. You're not about to make me feel like I'm wrong. I wasn't even bad. It's like, you're not about to make me feel wrong for something that ain't that deep.
If I would have said that to my mom, me and you and us would not be friends right now, because I'd be dead.
She wouldn't have killed you.
Shit. You don't know my mama.
She wouldn't have killed you.
Did any of y'all ever go to a school where they were allowed to whoop you?
Yeah, my school.
Yeah, but
the principals, the teachers, everybody could beat you.
My mother would have beat some teacher's ass in there if they put their hands on me.
Yeah, my mama, they had to sign the paperwork though. My mama ain't signed that.
They want no paperwork like that at my school.
Yeah, it was paperwork at my school.
There would have been some paperwork for my mama in jail for killing a teacher for putting their hands on me. I did see a kid get beat by a teacher.
And they used to do it in front of everybody too, and they would dare you to laugh.
No,
I'm
I
like, y'all
remember.
abusive for
I
real.
remember in music class when I was in middle school, this boy was like disrupting the class, and the teacher literally put him over his knee and beat him right in front of everybody.
Yeah, they would do stuff like that. They would make them like hold on to the back of the chair. That's messed up.
I remember one time though, like, because speaking of with Van's story with kicking, like I went to a church school, so we were like sitting in the pews or whatever, and somebody was kicking the back of somebody else's pew. I don't know who it was, but it was four of us boys right there, and they said, "Well, who's doing it?" And next time it happens, y'all gonna get a thing. You're gonna get a paddle, and they had the paddle with the holes in it. So they put us all. They grabbed all four of us and put us in a circle and kept going around whooping us until somebody admitted to doing it. And so
No,
I'm like, okay, so how do I get this to stop? I said, so my dumb self was like, I did it. Knowing I didn't kick the back of the
Of
thing,
course, you would have said it. You just be
I
doing
just wanted
stuff
to.
all wrong. You just be moving wrong for no reason.
Roy been this way his whole life.
His whole life, like what?
They were, I didn't want it to stop. In my mind, if I say I did it, it's over. And then she grabbed me like so hard, and she was just like, "Nope, now you about to go take you to the pastor's office, and he about to whoop you, and he got the big paddle." I was
Pastor.
just like,
okay, so now
"What
also
the
with
hell?"
me, a teacher won't gonna put their hands on me because I put my hands back on them. That's another thing. I'm not hitting me. Then
Oh,
what?
100% me too. My mama wasn't with that joint either. Parents who was signing that slip, I'm like, y'all crazy.
Yeah,
Ain't
you
nobody
ain't about
beating
to
my
do it.
child.
Nope.
I feel like people that grew up in that generation though, they thought it was cool because anybody could
Yeah, 'cause
discipline your
that's how
kids.
they grew up. By the
That they was
time we
cool.
came along, stuff like that won't happen no more.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
feel like
happening when we get to high when we got to high
Not,
school, they wasn't doing that joint no more.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting old or what. I feel like the kids of this generation probably need that shit. I feel like the
Yeah,
kids
no,
of our
definitely.
generation didn't really need it, but the kids of this generation, I feel like they starting to need that shit.
Yeah, today.
I don't think that would even work for the kids of this generation.
I
That'll
don't
be
feel
a
like they
waste of time. I don't think they
necessarily.
need it either, but I don't think that would work either.
I don't think they
It
need the
didn't work
whooping
for the
per
one of
se.
our generation.
We need the village type mentality. Being in an area where you could trust people and that could call out your kids because a lot of times people, well, it's not my business, and then they're gonna talk to somebody else about it. I seen Geraldine's daughter down there, up in there, doing such and such.
It's
Mhm.
either it's not my business or it's too much of your business.
Yeah,
You care too much about what these kids do. Because I feel like everything, yeah, they ain't need to be called out when kids do certain stuff. Everything don't need to be called out. Let kids just do kid stuff.
Sometimes though, I feel like calling it out is not going to tell their parents. It's just handling it right there because you right there. Hey, y'all need to chill out.
You do
Simple
kids
as-
gonna say, man, if you don't shut up, I don't know
right.
you, nigga. Who you talking
Especially
to? I'll
today.
come over there and punch you in your face. You gonna
Zip
Nah,
wish
this
you
up
ain't
today.
you haven't minded your
Yeah.
business.
oh no, they're gonna wish they would have said that to me.
Fuck around
I
and get
don't know.
jumped.
You took it somebody else beating. I don't believe you. You took
I'm like,
somebody
little
else
nigga, what?
beating.
Yeah, I ain't taking nobody beat.
He took somebody else beat up, so he just
Trying
wanted
to
it to
get your ass
stop.
whooped by
I'm
yourself.
sorry.
Ain't gonna be me.
We was all getting popping. It was just like the third go round. I'm like, that's enough.
I ain't taking. I ain't
I would
taking a
have
bullet
stood
for
right there.
nobody.
We would have all been kept getting beat. She would have got tired. She beating 4 people. Use your head. She would have
Yeah.
got tired after a while.
Mm-hmm.
She was swinging that paddle. I don't care. He was just like
One
bow,
thing I know.
bow, bow, bow. She had a rhythm to it too. It was like she was making a beat on her head. Bow, bow, bow.
I feel
I
like people
would
of that generation was sick in the head.
I would watch the ship go down before I take a beating for somebody else.
I ain't taking no beating.
But the thing was, though, it started making me question: did I do it? Because why is nobody not admitting to doing it?
That's
That's the
exactly
test.
why you got
Yeah.
that same mentality that you got now.
Yep.
How are you blaming yourself for something you clearly didn't do?
You saw the other nigga did it.
Then took a beating for it.
Nah.
I
Nope.
didn't see who did it. I just know that it had to be one of them because the chair moved. I heard the kick. It's like, it wasn't me.
And at the
You
point,
were-
it ain't even really about who did it or not. It's that you didn't do it, so you not taking
Yeah.
responsibility for something you didn't do.
I'm not about to do that.
You did
I
that. I
thought
had to
I
take
thought
a
I
dope
was
for you.
saving.
Speaking of taking responsibility, I know y'all saw the dude attack that judge.
Yes, we were
Yeah,
just
we was
talking
talking about that earlier.
Yo, oh my God. They already made fun of him.
You know they made fun of him.
Man, let that have been a black judge, bro. Would have knocked his ass right back
Yeah,
over.
he would have. They would have been fighting in there.
That was terrible. She ain't moved fast enough at all.
he
Cause
at least got
she
one
knows
off on
somebody
her.
was gonna save her, or she
They
thought. Cause
barely,
those people was moving
I was about
slow.
to say, they ain't
Bruh,
save her.
bruh, if I was that judge, I'm firing all of y'all niggas.
They
Next
was
day,
moving so slow.
all of y'all
They probably
fired.
ain't like her. Probably was like that what she
Yeah.
get.
She
The
put out
fact
that
that he
verdict.
not only jumped, but still got a clean shot off of her
Right.
before they grabbed her.
He put out that verdict. That nigga said, no, fuck that. Jumped over. I was like,
That
yeah.
nigga flew over the sea. It was just like, as soon as I would have saw him coming, I would have been squaring up. No,
Her
he
bailiff.
wasn't. I was the judge today. I'm the judge, jury, and executioner today. I'm
But
about to
I feel
beat
like
you.
being black is just you squared up anyway. Even if that junk is just spiritually, you squared
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
up.
As soon as you started coming from around the table, it was dukes up.
What you trying to do?
She
That
wasn't about
just goes
that.
to show privilege ain't always a good thing.
Damn right.
She thought that it was going to be able to stop her, and then she was going to be able to look like the powerful one. Yes, hold him back. Hold him in contempt. Yes, exactly. No,
Yeah.
he got
Put
one
her
off on
ass in contempt. That shit. Like, yeah. He was standing on business.
him.
You know that was a white lady too. They used to somebody coming to their
Oh,
rescue.
he about to stand in that cell for a long ass time.
I was about to say, he about to stand in that cell for a good little while.
Because they is not going to take that lane down. I doubt that he's gonna be going in front of that judge again because you know how white people live. She's gonna be scared. So,
Her ass
man,
gonna
please.
the
Well, I got
glass.
another goal. I'm gonna go on some of them dating lives on TikTok.
Uh-oh.
After I get off of them, like I ain't know what's gonna happen after that. Like I might forget that I just been on it, but I'm
You
gonna
gonna
go.
You
have to try
should.
to, you have to try to film some of them
I'm
joints.
gonna
I know
go
that.
it. I'm gonna forget though afterwards.
You gonna
They
run
gonna
into
get back
some.
on the live like how some people be getting it back on there. Yeah, she said she wanted to talk to me, and I inboxed her, and she ignored me. Whole time I forgot.
She didn't even act like she didn't even know who I was. I didn't.
Whole time I forgot.
You gonna run into some lanes on that joint, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, I ain't talking about those niggas. I'm talking about LGBT ones.
There's gonna be some lanes too.
I feel like it'd be more lame niggas.
I
I ain't
mean,
even gonna lie.
there's gonna be some lame ass girls on there too. You got some women that think like niggas.
It might be some lames on there too, but I ain't even gonna remember that I talked to them on there.
That's gonna be funny. To be a fly on the wall for that.
You could.
You gonna be jumping by
Have her
inbox,
share it. She jump on.
jumping by inbox. Like, yeah, I'm the person you was talking to on the live. What live?
It's gonna be
That's
one of
gonna
your
be hilarious.
gonna be one of your Patreon subscribers.
No, it ain't. I know every single one of them by face. Every single one of them.
It's gonna be one of
By
them.
face, by name, I know every name they got on social media. There's people who be on my stuff all the time. I know them niggas.
They get disguise it. One of them will catch you.
That's the problem. That's gonna be an issue
And
when
it's
she get
also
big.
you gotta make a match. I ain't saying that I'm gonna like whoever join. I said I'm gonna get on the live.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like you gonna have people on your side though, but you gonna call out the lame shit. Straight up. Like, so
100%. I am.
you gonna
Yeah.
be the first people on there like, this combo ain't comboing next.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
there be some people who be being polite. I ain't being polite about nothing.
Sit there. I think you probably decide within the first minute
But
of the
the
conversation.
comments be the ones that be like, this ain't no match. Like, y'all ain't got I ain't see no energy between y'all. Girl, stop being nice. The comments ain't about to let you settle.
I would try doing one of those dating things though, but I don't know. It have to be like a real conversation.
Yeah. Or one of the ones where they be playing games and then like you just happen to connect with somebody. Yeah.
That's why I've been like trying to get on a lot
People who
more
be
live.
trying, I don't even want to be with nobody who trying to find somebody. Because you ain't even about to be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm starting to agree with Erica. Like telling people exactly what you want makes sometimes it triggers something in them to try to be what you want.
Yeah.
So they gonna put on that mask for you instead of just
You
seeing
say
who they
you
are.
starting to believe what she said. You ain't have believed that before.
I didn't understand that. Like,
You
cause I
can
thought,
you can literally tell when somebody doing that though. I feel like to miss it, you want to miss it. You can tell when somebody doing that. If everything I say you agreeing and you saying, yeah, me too, I like that too, I'm interested in that too, you ain't got nothing, no difference, you lying. You lying.
I get tired of that. I'm looking for a relationship ass shit.
I can't stand that. I can't stand people who looking for something because they'll be whatever it is you want them to be. That's why I don't talk about what I want.
yeah.
Let me
Yeah, I'm
just sit
noticing.
here and see.
What kills me
I
is
didn't
when
notice
people
it.
be looking to like, I'm looking for this, that, and the third. They get with somebody and it's like, let me be the opposite. And then they be like, oh yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dangerous thing. Even when you start talking to somebody about that, and you can tell somebody agreeable, like, come on, ain't no way you agree with everything I'm saying.
Everything I say, you don't agree with everything I say. And people don't agree with everything I say, especially them niggas. No, they don't agree with nothing I say.
Yeah, it's funny.
If you agree with a lot of the stuff I say, I know you lying. That ain't
I
even
feel like
normal.
I bet you say certain shit just to see what they do.
Yeah, I do. I am one of those people. I'm challenging everything you talking about. Even if you somebody who's going down a list of things that you want, I'm gonna be like Van said, I'm gonna be the opposite to see how you respond. And you will be, I ain't even gonna say you're gonna be surprised. It be so many people who will go against what they just told you they want just to be with you. And I ain't want to be with nobody like that.
It'd be crazy. That pivot though would be so swift though. Like instant turnaround. Like
I like that. I like that.
see, I don't want to get that want to get her own money and everything. And you come on there and say, well, I like to I'm be independent or whatever. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Like
what I was trying to say was that she was independent. I didn't mind that at all. Nigga, you just
I don't mind an independent woman. It just like
no,
how independent.
no, stand on what you just said. You don't want that. Yeah, I do notice that too. Talking to people, they
switch up on you quick.
Men and women though.
Yep.
Well, I think that's one of my goals for this year too, is to break down. I used to do things to try to be agreeable because, you know, choosing the path of least resistance. Because that's what my father did, you know. So
resist.
I had
nigga resist and see how somebody handle that junk.
Right. So like I mean, I would still like be honest and stuff, but sometimes I would just be like, okay, whatever. But I'm speaking my mind now, whether you like it or not. I don't agree with that. No, it's fucked
I feel
up.
like when you go into relationships, yeah, you should be. You don't compromise at the door. A person needs to earn your compromise.
Yeah, I found myself compromising in the first couple of days of my life.
They ain't even earned that.
Like, I'm not okay with something, and then making me think that I'm tripping for asking for it.
That's because you took that beating for the boys when you was little. That's what I understand. You done tied everything.
You gonna fuck with me for that.
You done tied everything back together. Now I get everything.
You should have never told her that.
About to hold that shit over my head. Next time I get in a situation, yeah, that's because you was like
Definitely should have kept that one to yourself, brother. Every chance you get.
Nah, I would just be like, you've been doing that job for a long time though. I ain't gonna say that one time you did that. I'm like, you've been doing that job for a long time. Where that started at? Where that started at? When the first time you did that job?
That's crazy though. I wouldn't do that now though, but
You better not take nobody.
I'm not taking no charge.
Me and Roy had a conversation, y'all. Let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all think it's romantic if somebody tell y'all that they would die for y'all?
Absolutely the fuck not.
No, because I ain't about to do that for them.
You try to take the easy way out? Like, what is you dying gonna do for me?
You gotta put it into context though.
Ain't no context. What is you dying gonna do for me?
What context is that okay?
Wait.
No
Pause.
context where that's okay.
You have life insurance and I'm the beneficiary.
Right.
How I knew Barry was gonna try to tie it into money.
That's the only way somebody.
Because you know why? Because you know why? That's what most people gonna do, and they gonna kill you and get the insurance. Like, what are you saying? That's why I tell you that's not good to tell somebody. It be so many people that be plotting too.
It's the
like,
fact
this
that
nigga say
if
he'll
you die, whatever we are going through, if you die and I don't receive some superpowers, some money, something beneficial, what is your death gonna do for me?
Yeah.
Besides make me mourn you.
Make you say it.
I understand it now. At the same time, my thought process was, if a situation were to occur that both of us are in danger, I would hope that you would get away so that I would take the bullet for the person that I care about in that situation. You know, like, leave, like, get the fuck out of here. One of us gotta live to the story.
Though. I ain't about to say
I get that, but I feel like we both should have a piece on us if that was to come down. Like, why are we out without some protection? I know shit happens, but I'm gonna need, like, who's to say, okay, you do that and the person kills you or whatever, and then they come after me and still catch me anyway.
That's the same thing I told you.
Same thing she said.
You died for no reason. They still gonna kill me.
Basically,
we could have just fought. We should have just fought them together.
That's why I don't like when I watch like animes and stuff, and like when the parent is trying to protect the child, and it's like I completely get that, especially as a parent. I know I'm trying to protect my child, but what is my child gonna do when I'm not here? If something happens to me in the midst of trying to protect them, and I didn't take this person down with me, what is my child gonna have left? They gonna get after my child. My child gonna be here without a parent. What's gonna happen? Now they gotta sit here and suffer.
Bro, every anime got a child that don't got a parent.
Fairy tales too.
That's my thing. You better make it out. If I'm doing this, I'm gonna hold my for long as I can.
You can't expect. First of all, if you gotta fight for somebody in the first place, what are the chances they gonna make it out?
Yeah.
They set you up. That's what.
If they don't sit there and be like, let's fight. No, we gonna fight them. What are they gonna do after that? After you die,
get killed too. On a great conversation.
Oh, okay.
Bro,
I'll keep listening.
Use our brains and put them shits together and see how to get out the situation.
Right, we gotta get out of this. You about to die.
Boonie, ask Bert the question too. I want to hear
you. Do you think that it's romantic if somebody told you that they would die for you?
No. I'd rather the bitch live for me. Shit.
You know what Roya told me? You the only person I know that question is. No, I'm not.
We just met 4 other people with the same views.
I'm not.
Yeah, girl, you know, you
has never said I would die for you. It's more like, bitch, I will kill for you. And I'm like, you know what? I believe that shit.
Yeah, I'm
Never I
all
will
for a
die
ride or
for
die
you.
chick.
I'm
I'll
scared of
say that now,
too.
but I
I
want you
can't
to
even-
ride, not die. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I feel
We
that.
gonna we gonna
Yeah.
kill something. We gonna do it together.
And
Mhm.
together, like we not
We gonna
about
fuck up the
to.
fucking world. I don't
Right.
need you dying on me though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
not
ain't
For
talking
talking
about
about
anybody
dying
who
for
would
you.
think that romantic sorry, and why you want to be with a sorry person?
Right. I ain't
That's
taking
They
some
no.
sorry.
Mm-mm.
You already
that
know
is
they
some
not about to
cheesy
fight. You
cliche
done tell her
bullshit.
now she ain't even gonna help you fight because you done told her
Right.
you're gonna die for her.
Mm-hmm.
That's like,
She
stay
just
back.
expecting you to
I'll
die.
take him on. Let me
And
die
she
for
gonna stay
you.
right
Like,
there.
oh, you can't fight.
Right.
That's what
She
it
gonna
is. You
stay.
can't fight.
Well,
She gonna
while
stay
you
right back.
Just the fact I'm
She gonna
sitting
look
there,
at
just
you get killed.
imagine saying that and you just like, I got it. You just get maxed out.
She
Boom,
gonna
boom,
look
boom,
at
boom,
you get killed and be
then
like,
she gonna
damn.
look, and then she gonna leave with the nigga that killed you.
With the nigga that killed you.
Mhm.
I
So what
told
you
y'all
doing
that
after
nigga
this?
said he would die for me. That was easy, wasn't it?
And then tell all her friends, this nigga actually did.
I
Nah.
knew he loved me. He died for me. Girl, you dumb. You let somebody that you claim to love die and think it's good to brag about it.
Hell no.
I guess I was caught
My
up in
my
that,
number
that
one
whole
question still gonna be, and what did that do for you?
Yeah, I'm dead. And you
Exactly.
They lost their life, and you got to live with that. What did that do for
Exactly.
you?
What
That
did
was-
And
that
now
was
you
the part-
alone. That's the other
that
thing
was
too.
that was the part that hit me the most though, when BOONIE said the fact the person got to live with it afterwards.
Mhm.
Even if it does work out, they got to live with the fact that you died and they live.
That's
Which
like
is-
I always say jokingly, because I don't want this to happen for real. I always say I want to die getting some ass, right? But
That's
I
the
was
worst way to die.
You're gonna traumatize the hell out of the person.
right,
You
right.
Bro, that's
They
the
gonna
worst
they
way
gonna
to
be face
die.
down, ass up, screaming the
But I
whole
be
time.
seeing that happen on them Tubi movies. Bro, I saw two niggas dying. They was having sex with the same girl, and like somebody walked in and killed both. Now niggas think y'all gay.
Right, right. Yo,
Bro,
You got to come back as a ghost at that point and refute it.
No, you see, man, we were Eiffel Towering the
hey, you heard
shit.
about such and such? They died. They died.
They,
They ain't
you
together
know, when they do
naked.
investigations, they got to take pictures, so they gonna have the pictures there.
Oh yeah, both of your
They got
asses
two
are
naked
Bro,
men with
that's
rigor
like
mortis with two boners going. That's all they got. They don't have the girl. The girl ran off.
Exactly, because she's still
yeah,
alive.
she
All they got is them two
gone.
niggas
Wait,
just
All
sitting
you
there
got is them
dead
two
and naked.
niggas.
I got a question. If somebody does get shot while they have an erection, does the erection go down?
It depends on a lot of situations like
Yeah, I
blood
guess
flow
it
and everything
depends.
else.
Because that'd be wild to sit there and be dead and still got a heart on.
I mean, if you ain't climaxed beforehand, you're probably gonna go into the afterlife
Still
with
got a hard on.
that
Shoot,
erection.
Yeah, I think
your
that
body
depends,
parts still could function a little while after you die.
because you do have
Yeah.
those women that will mess with dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's like
Oh,
how
yeah,
you
yeah.
messing with a softie.
I
Yeah.
necrophilia.
Oh yeah, a lot of times it's because the blood flow will go to there afterwards.
Right.
But
Gotcha.
All right. It's been fun, guys, but I'm about to log off since I've been dealing with some
thing.
tummy troubles over here and whatnot.
I was about to say
y'all
the
next
same
time.
thing.
good night, everybody.
Good
Good night, y'all.
night.